Hello, so I want to share with you a little story about my coaching with Steve Hardison, my coach Steve. Um, I don't know if I've shared this before, but I brought some envelopes that I can really illustrate it for you. So this is about my last coaching session that I had with him of our first agreement, which was 100 hours. Uh, I was smiling because I just remember how fun it was. So I showed up for the session, and he came into the office whistling as he normally does, and he had two envelopes. He sat down in front of me. He said, "In this envelope is a check for the entire coaching fee that you paid, made out to you." So his fee is 200 grand. So $200,000 check, right? And in this envelope is nothing. You can have whatever one you want. You came to this office, and you can have whichever one you want. And he reminded me of what I said I wanted when I came there. And this is where the story makes sense, is that the reason I hired Steve, I told him, I've hired you because I want to create nothing. We had an understanding around this word nothing. We still have this understanding around this word nothing, about how nothing is actually everything. Nothingness is everything. Everything to me, everything in the world comes through nothing. And so the reason that I hired him and I invested all that money and all that time to fly back and forth to be with him was to create nothing. And what I love is Steve coming to the office and offering me either all my money back, total coaching refund, or an envelope with nothing in it. Was not only bold, was not only fun and a bit crazy, it was also something that occurs because he lives as nothing. So what does this even mean? You might be like, what the fuck is he talking about? And so I'll do my best to try to articulate it, but there's nothing that I can say that will actually communicate and have somebody understand what nothing is. It's something that can only be experienced, and even that probably would fall short. But one way of looking at it is there is the possibility that life just is constantly unfolding and wanting to unfold, and that actually all challenges, all problems, all suffering is the mind being used in such a way where it creates an obstacle to that unfolding and that occurring. And one of the ways that life, I'm looking over at my garden, life unfolds just by plants sprouting from the earth. Life unfolds in the morning, there's spider webs and there's spiders. Like, life unfolds in these biological ways. There's mountains over there. Life unfolds in the folding out of mountains from the earth. And life unfolds as possibility, ideas, intuition, spirit coming up into the mind, and then something gets in the way. Right? Something gets in the way, and that idea, that possibility, that seeing about a person or doing something or coming to the office and offering my client a couple $100 grand money back comes up, and then you're like, no, I can't do that. No, I don't want to act on that. I don't want to say that nice thing to that person. I can't tell that guy, if I'm a guy, he's got beautiful eyes. Well, I can't do that. Right? It's just, oh, you can't say that. You can't do that. I can't do this. I can't. And it's like keeping your hand on the garden and not letting the plants grow. And so there's this deep trust that I have that the more I access nothingness, that's really about nothing being in the way of life, love, spirit, God, possibility unfolding through me in this body, right? Like, I want to be able to just live. And so what empowers me to just live is the constant removal of thingification, thought, thinking that gets in the way, the inner conflict. So the possibility of moving towards nothing is really the possibility of being free to live, free to love, free to express, free to create, free to speak, free to ask, free to be silent. Freedom is really the fruit of nothing. And so I said to Steve at the beginning of our journey when I hired him, it was like, I'm here to create nothing. He got it, and he came to the last session from nothing, having the spirited idea, willing to act on it. Every story about Steve is a story about somebody who sprouted from the earth, threw nothing into the sky, somebody who had an idea or spirit and just spoke it, acted on it. Boom, there's an immediacy to it. There's an immediacy to action when there's nothing. And this is an example of that. People will have thought of offering a refund to show somebody the certainty that they have, that the value was delivered. But most of the time, I think people would probably hold back from taking an action like that. That's holding back is a hand on top of the soil, stopping the plant from growing. Nothing is acting on it without fear, fearlessly. Of course, I took the empty envelope. It's in my office on my shelf, and I'll keep it as a way of remembering this story and this insight. And I hope that that illustrates to you how maybe the most powerful coaching in the world is not coaching that helps somebody to create results, to create something, but actually to create nothing. Thank you, Steve, for helping me to create that. I love you, and I'll see you soon. And if you guys want to watch more of my videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like, the share, the comment. Bye for now. See ya.